Your emotions are not as important as you think they are. What's up? It's me. I'm here on the island of Koh Phangan off the southern coast of Thailand. Really gorgeous. Really highly recommend that you check it out. Despite the things that try to kill you. Here to talk to you today about your emotions and how they are not as important as you think they are. Now the reason I bring this up is because recently I have been attempting to get some very cool stuff out of Thailand that is not occurring right now. Basically, I bought a bunch of cool like daggers and like weapons in like the markets here, and those things aren't going through. And those little penis-shaped carvings as well. Apparently they're sacred and they don't want you to export sacred things. But just a lot of frustrations with this. So basically, to combat this, I booked a appointment with a courier who is from England, who I was hoping was going to speak English. And yeah, the driver they sent was Thai, and all of the customer service things I've been dealing with have been Thai, so it's very frustrating in that way. So the things that I wanted, I wasn't getting, and I'm not going to get, honestly. So that's very, very frustrating. Now, the reason that it was such a problem for me was because I went my whole life not wanting things, like intentionally not wanting things, thinking that, well, if I don't want this, if I just sacrifice wanting these things, then down the line I'll be able to want something, and then I'll be able to get it because I sacrificed all those other things. I mean, in some scenarios that's true, but definitely not in all of them, and definitely not when you're dealing with Thai customs in a foreign country. I mean, how could you expect that to work out? But anyway, so the reason why this was an issue, basically, I had created this story that said, well, if this, then this. And the reality of the situation was that it wasn't happening. So basically, because I was so stressed, I spent hours trying to prepare, trying to get everything going right the way I wanted, getting the packing list done, trying to make it, decorative knives, decorative swords, things like that. Put all this effort in, and I just wanted these two things, and basically, customs isn't going to give it to me. So there was all this stress and all of this horrible resistance to the reality of what's happening, and as a result, it created suffering. So I've been very, very stressed and very just irritable, and I just hated people for just no reason. Starting to rag on Thailand and stuff. I mean, Thailand's Thailand, you just do what you do. But yeah, so why does that relate? Because the emotional reality of my story, I fully and wholeheartedly bought into and believed. Now, this is a problem. When you do this and then the physical reality doesn't meet that, you create this, you see this kind of dissonance going on, and you become angry because you're bought into the emotional story of the situation. This happens in breakups a lot. You're buying in too much to the emotional story. If you're, oh, she was the one, or he was the one, I couldn't be with, I thought this was it, this couldn't be with anybody else, these are stories that I'll never love again, there's a good one. These are emotional stories, emotional narratives that you put on yourself. I mean, I'm not, I'm guilty of some of these as well, but, these are social narratives that you put on yourself, or emotional narratives, and you follow them, and when you follow them and they don't work out the way, if things don't work out the way you want, you tend to go back to those because they're safe and because they're comfortable, but that, it just creates suffering. As a result, it came out to this gorgeous, gorgeous island, I mean, come on, to help combat some of the stress. So, yeah, up in the mountains right now, up in Koh Phangan, about to head down to the beach. And yeah, just word to the wise, try not to allow your emotional story to overcome you and your physical reality. So with that said, heading out, and I'll see you guys next time.